day, planet Earth. 'Tis a Wednesday, midweek. Lovely. Finding it quite difficult, actually, to remember if I've done this at all in the last day or two. It's a bit hit and miss. Still trying to figure out this whole scheduling thing. I'm in a clean mood today. And the change of view is partly because that's a shithole, and partly just because I fancied a change of scenery. Yeah, just had dinner. While dinner was cooking, felt the absolute insatiable need to clean. And I go in off days of wanting to clean or not, because for the longest of times I got into an amazing routine with being able to clean. And it was just a kind of tidy as I go sort of thing. And then, I don't know, I think touring happened. Touring with various theatre shows, and then I just sort of, because you're out of the house at 8 AM and you come back at 2 AM, cleaning kind of goes by the wayside, but you're still living amongst yourself. So you come back from a tour and your house is a tip, and all you want to do is sleep, so you get another couple of days of rest out, and then it's so filthy you don't even know what to do. So regular routines for cleaning have fallen by the wayside, but I'm starting to get back into it, and as a husband and wife cleaning duo, we're more or less there, I think. We've just got to keep to it for a couple of weeks before it really sinks in. And that's the real thing, is keeping to a habit for a fair amount of time is pretty tricky, especially for me, because I'm very scatterbrained. I can't stick to one thing for more than a day or two, which is why I'm astounded this has gone as well as it has, because I've tried this a number of times in past years, and it's gotten about a month in, and I've failed, or it's gone sort of like 4 or 5 days in, and then I'm making excuses up for why I can't do it anymore, and getting a regular routine down like I have has been great. And to be honest, YouTube has been slightly helpful in the way it prioritises logging in and logging out, because it remembers YouTube usernames that you've used, and because I can't remember the emails I have worth toffee, I just need to remember the passwords for this, and they've really helped with their layout, the way they've done it. So that's partly to thank for it, because I can just spend a couple of seconds scrolling through various YouTube links to get to where I need to go, log in, upload, and leave it, kind of thing. And this is great. The bias opinion videos, I've got to set time aside to play the video game and make sure I've got as little in the way of distractions or shit going on as I can, so I can just record without worrying. And then I've got to edit together the videos, because Fraps always splits the parts to 4 gigabytes a piece. So there's the editing that goes in. If something goes wrong with the editing, that's a 20 or 30 minute troubleshooting process. So I'm trying to streamline the editing process as much as I can by getting, prefabricated titles out of the way and done, and so I can basically do title, part, render, leave that doing for however long, come back to it, slam it into the biased opinion, and just leave it uploading while I'm, say, out to work, or going to bed, cleaning, watching TV. Watching a lot less TV these days. I'm basically watching my allocated dose of Tomorrow People, Thursday night comedy. Occasionally I'll come home and want to snuggle with my wife on the sofa, so we'll sit down and watch some really stupid TV. But I'm finding more and more time for myself to come up and watch YouTube. And the thing I love about YouTube, and the thing that defines for me what I love watching, is not what's on TV, oh I guess that'll do. On YouTube, I'm subscribed to the stuff that I like, and if I've watched it all, there's always going to be more things I can get into. And the beautiful thing about being a musician, technical person like myself, is that bands that do the making of are my favourite bands ever. Big fan of Metallica's Some Kind of Monster DVD, which I watched so many times, getting prepped for a lot of the material that I wrote a couple of years ago. Frost as well, although I think they've relegated all of their making of stuff on YouTube to a DVD, which I now must get. The other guys are Lamb of God, Fear Factory. They've got enough making of videos to satiate my curiosity for a while. Devin Townsend, I would love to see more making of stuff by Devin, because I really like just seeing the recording process, and if nothing else, just seeing him goof around for 40 or 50 minutes would just be a dream come true, to be honest, because there's something about him which is just very endearing. Which is absurd, because anyone else did it, they wouldn't get away with it, but Devin does. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff I love to watch on YouTube, and the reason I love watching, specifically making of videos, is because it gets me excited to create, and it gets me excited to film the creation process, which, for this album, I haven't done. For these 2 albums, rather. Really just not done. But then again, I guess it's still in the writing process, so while I'm still writing it, it's not really worth sticking the camera on and going for it. And of course, I'm not even sure if I can edit with videos from the Flip without, doing some sort of really wretched workaround with it. Which would just compound the problems even more, but then again, I used to love sitting up till 3 AM editing videos together, so fuck if I know. Yeah. I had an interesting day today. That's about it. People got upset. Other people got inspired. Other people told me what was going on in their life generally, and that's good because I like knowing that. Not on a personal level, on a professional level. I now know what I'm doing for the next week or so. Rehearsals last night went okay. Bit of a shaky start, but all of the microphones that we took to the Flying Dutchman's gig, for the gig, got left in the bass player's car. And for rehearsal yesterday, he completely forgot to bring them out right. But we were rehearsing for a little bit before the bass player got there, so we had no vocals, no bass. We ran through, I think, about 4 songs, and we just sort of... I don't feel up for this. And bass player turned up, plumbed in, we went through a few songs, and bam, we're there. So it's amazing what lack of a band can do for a rehearsal. I've lost my phone. I think I might have left it at the practice space. Oh, that sucks. I've got to walk in tomorrow. I love walking in listening to music. It's about the only time I get to just listen, I never get to really listen to music anymore, unless it's late at night and I'm doing something quite monotonous. Then I like to stick an album on the background. But other than that, it's basically my walk to work that I get to really kind of power through half an hour's worth of music. And even then, sometimes I'm really only in the mood for certain things. It's always the music that I like to have on loop, which will really get me charged for the day and get me, striding in, going, right, fucking listen, sort of thing, I'm gonna go, because I'm still ill. I can't sentence worth shit. So, I'm gonna try and make some sort of sense out of this evening's proceedings, but I plan on basically just taking it easy and going to bed, so... Fucking Friday. Oh god, my voice sounds terrible. Anyway, hope I'm not scaring you off. Oh, I need to shave as well. Yeah. See you tomorrow.